Welcome back, my friends. Well, my friends, Uber just reported earnings. And, I must say that they are positive and improving. But, things are not going so well for Yellow Freight. The nation's third largest freight hauler has declared bankruptcy and is now in the process of liquidation. Prior to the bankruptcy, Uber Freight temporarily suspended loads to Yellow. And, with Uber Freight's push into the freight industry, one must ask whether Uber's emergence was a factor in Yellow's bankruptcy. What does it mean for the economy? And, what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. And, before we continue, a word from the sponsor of this video. Today's sponsor is InnerLife.com, creator of the InnerLife STS system. InnerLife STS is a cloud mobile platform for mental health care and its integration with primary medical care. InnerLife STS is designed for assessment, data collection and analytics, documentation, and progress tracking. InnerLife STS creates and composes conceptualized narratives and builds them into professional-grade reports. These reports are designed for use by mental health professionals, primary care physicians, justice system professionals and universities, and include mental health assessment reports, mental health treatment reports, and treatment progress reports. And InnerLife STS uses doctor-selected pseudonames for all patients. So, only the doctor knows the patient identity. U.S. trucking giant Yellow Corporation has announced that it has declared bankruptcy following a tense standoff with the Teamsters Union and after a massive pandemic-era federal loan failed to stave off the company's mounting debt. Announced Sunday, the move was long foreshadowed after Yellow Corporation halted its operations late last month and news of layoffs of non-union employees had begun to spread. The Teamsters Union, which had been engaged in contract negotiations on behalf of the roughly 22,000 unionized Yellow employees it represents, previously said that it had received legal notice on July 31 of the impending bankruptcy filing. The freight company based in Nashville, Tennessee, which employs about 30,000 workers, said in a news release on Sunday that it was seeking bankruptcy protection so it can wind down its business in an orderly way. The Chapter 11 petition was filed in federal bankruptcy court in Delaware. While a Chapter 11 filing is used to restructure debt while operations continue, Yellow will liquidate and the U.S. will join other creditors unlikely to recover funds extended to the company, according to the Associated Press. Uber Freight is a subsidiary of Uber Technologies, focused on revolutionizing the freight industry. Uber Freight operates as an online marketplace that connects shippers and carriers, making it easier for businesses to find reliable trucking services and for truck drivers to find loads to transport. Traditionally, the freight industry has relied on fragmented and inefficient systems to connect shippers with carriers. Uber Freight seeks to address these challenges by providing a user-friendly platform accessible through a mobile app or website. Here's how it works. Shippers, companies looking to transport goods can use the Uber Freight platform to access a wide network of carriers. Shippers can easily post their shipping requirements, such as the type of cargo, pickup and delivery locations, and desired delivery times. Carriers, truck drivers and trucking companies can use the Uber Freight app to browse available loads and select those that best fit their schedules and preferences. This enables carriers to optimize their routes, reducing empty truck miles and maximizing their earning potential. Transparent pricing. Uber Freight aims to bring transparency to the freight industry by providing upfront pricing for shipping services. This allows both shippers and carriers to see the cost of transportation before accepting a load, reducing negotiations and surprises in the pricing process. Payment and tracking. Uber Freight handles the payment process, ensuring that carriers get paid promptly for completed shipments. The platform also provides real-time tracking, allowing both shippers and carriers to monitor the shipment's progress and status. By leveraging the technology and expertise that Uber has developed in its ride-hailing services, Uber Freight seeks to streamline and improve the efficiency of the freight industry. The platform benefits shippers by providing more accessible and reliable transportation options, while carriers gain access to a broader pool of potential customers and simplified logistics management. Please note that the information provided here is based on the state of Uber Freight as of September 2021, and there may have been updates or changes to the service beyond that date. While speculation throughout the industry rises over Yellow Corporation's ultimate fate and some question which shippers and intermediaries have already stopped working with the company, one outfit has made it public that it won't be placing loads with the less-than-truckload carrier. On Wednesday, a representative with transportation management provider Uber Freight confirmed to FreightWaves it has made the decision to temporarily stop tendering freight to the company. To mitigate the impact on our customers and their logistics, we're temporarily suspending tenders where Uber Freight holds the contract with Yellow and rapidly diverting capacity across our network to maintain the flow of goods, the spokesperson stated. We are continuing to monitor the situation and will make adjustments as needed. If you recall from last week, Uber announced its first ever free cash flow positive profitable quarter. That is quite an accomplishment for Uber, and a milestone that many thought it could never achieve. And, as you might expect, Uber's rising prices played a major role in that profitable quarter. Many people have experienced sticker shock at an Uber's price, and the company's own chief executive is no exception. Wired's editor-at-large, Stephen Levy, took a 2.95-mile Uber ride from downtown New York City to the west side to meet Uber's CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi. When asked to estimate the cost of the ride, Khosrowshahi put it at $20, Levy wrote. His estimate, as it turned out, was less than half the actual price of $51.69, including a tip for the driver. Levy said that when he first tried to book an Uber to get to the interview, the price was $20 higher. Khosrowshahi chalked it up to surge pricing, though as Levy noted, it's 10 a.m. on a sunny weekday, and it's not like the president's in town. Everything is more expensive. Inflation has become a part of our everyday life, Khosrowshahi responded. With Uber, the vast majority of your fare is going to your driver. Earnings per week for our drivers are up 40–50% over the past 4 years, because that is the cost of time and the cost of labor. I think that's positive. Data from Rakuten Intelligence indicated the cost of rides from ride-hailing apps like Uber and Lyft increased by 92% from 2018 to 2021, CNBC reported. Rakuten's data suggested Uber fares in April 2021 were up 40% year over year. Khosrowshahi vowed at the time that prices would return to nearly the good old days by September. Still, earlier this year, the UCLA Labor Center found that from February 2019 to April 2022, the median passenger fare for Uber and Lyft in New York City increased by 50%, while median driver pay increased by only 31%. But last August, the company reported reaching a record 5 million drivers worldwide, up 31% from the year prior. We have a very strong flow of new drivers who are signing up, coming on to earn, Khosrowshahi said at the time. Over 70% of them have said that inflation and what they're seeing right now in terms of the cost of groceries, the cost of living, plays a part in that decision for them to come onto the platform. Some of the price increases are also attributable to the fact that Uber is no longer subsidizing rides on a quest for growth and is instead focusing on profit. It seems to be working. This week, Khosrowshahi announced Uber's first operating profit. In fact, the New York Times reported that Uber ride prices are about 40% higher than they were a year ago. Some people have even reported that their Uber trips to the airport have cost more than their flights. Supply and demand are the main explanation as to why Uber is so expensive right now. Basic Uber and Lyft pricing is pretty even, but regional variations occur due to supply and demand. Each company calculates surge pricing in a different way, and places with fewer drivers with one or the other firm will feel demand more intensely during busy periods. Uber is available in Los Angeles and it can be an okay option for getting around the city, but because of the size of the city, and the surrounding area, gas prices, and the demand for ride-share services, Uber can be quite expensive in Los Angeles. The controversial practice of surge pricing used by high-profile rideshare company Uber is based on this logic of fairness. The idea behind surge pricing is to adjust prices of rides to match driver supply to rider demand at any given time. Rides have been getting, and will continue to get, more expensive. Average Uber prices rose 92% between 2018 and 2021, according to data from Rakuten. A separate analysis reports an increase of 45% between 2019 and 2022. The company has been subsidizing rides to attract more customers and gain market share, which has resulted in a significant loss of revenue. Furthermore, Uber's business model is based on the concept of the gig economy, where drivers are independent contractors rather than employees. Uber said it remained on track to generate a quarterly profit from the strength of its business operations sometime this year, a milestone on the road to overall profitability. Uber reported $8.6 billion in revenue in the last 3 months of 2022, a 49% increase from a year earlier, when the Omicron variant of the coronavirus dampened travel. The company made $30.7 billion in gross bookings, the amount of money paid by customers, a 19% year-over-year jump. However, despite the expectations gap, it was a good quarter for the ride-hailing company, which finally posted a GAAP operating profit in addition to other profitability benchmarks that indicate all the years of investing in its business are paying off. In fact, Uber seems to be firing on all cylinders across most of its operating units, leading it to forecast revenue for Q3 2023 ahead of analysts' expectations. Supply and demand are the main explanation as to why Uber is so expensive right now. Surge pricing takes effect when a lot of people in the same area are requesting rides at the same time. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.